Hello, and welcome to Nick and Kristen in the podcast. I'm Nick. That's Kristen. We're married. We do a show together, formerly a morning show, and now it's a podcast.
It's a podcast show.
Yeah, and that's cool. You can on demand it whenever you want.
Yeah.
If you're just catching us for the first time, be sure to catch up. We got about 45 episodes.
But unemployed for a minute.
Yeah, so you can catch up. And now I'm seeing just more people getting fired from radio.
It's a rough time out there.
I don't think we're ever working in radio again, Kristen. I don't think it's looking good.
Well, I planned.
Yeah, you sure did. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Full-time therapist over here.
And so I'm thinking now, full-time influencer. This is my chance to really lean into becoming an online influencer, like everybody else is, basically.
Yeah.
It's been something I've been avoiding because I don't feel like I'm that person.
Yeah.
But I do have a monetized YouTube channel that does pay me monthly without any effort. So imagine if I put some effort into it, what I could do. So now that I've got time for effort, should I put my effort towards that?
No. Look, you have this YouTube channel that you've had for forever. You've had plenty of time to do something with it.
Yeah.
At this point, I have zero accountability from you to get this done.
Well, because I've always had a job, and so it's always been like,
But this isn't like a passion of yours or anything. Like it's you wouldn't be building it from the ground up, but it certainly wouldn't be bringing in the money that a normal job would have.
I don't know. These people, they post 3, 4, 5 times a day. If I went up to that level and started like mostly focusing on the fat guy and all the fat things, I don't know. It might be worth a shot.
And you've had 3 months of unemployment now to do that, and it's still not getting done.
Well, yeah, because I've been doing other stuff. I've been trying to find a job, and I had
but that doesn't take 8 hours a day.
I had hope, and
sure.
So I was like, oh, cool.
But
like,
you can have hope and
I'll make this podcast.
You can have a job and
I could.
It's not one or the other. Both can exist in the same time. You can continue to look for a radio job while also focusing on this.
Yeah, I know. I never thought that was going to be the way I had to go.
I know. And so I'm saying,
it seems as though it might have to be the way I have to go.
It's fine, but it needs to be an and. It needs to be job at Costco and a full-time influencer.
Well, no, because
it needs to be a job at the Postal Service and
I can't do both.
A YouTube. No.
I'm either a full-time influencer or I work at Costco.
Well, then you're going to be a full-time single guy.
I have time before I have to work at Costco. So before that happens, I should try and see what happens.
You can try. I will give you 90 days.
Okay. That's pretty much all I got left. So anyway, that's not what we were going to talk about. We did have a Hold My Beer that we're just going to kick that show off with. Here we go.
Okay.
So a guy got banned from all Six Flags because he tried to eat chicken nuggets on a roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, that doesn't seem so bad, right?
Yeah, but there's no rules against that.
There are rules against that, actually. And I don't know about specifically chicken nuggets, but the lengths is why this guy went to, even by the end of it, he was like, nah, they did the right thing.
Okay.
So there's an influencer named, I'm not doing stupid stuff, named Alan. He did a stunt with a 10, well, I don't want to give all this information. I don't want you following him. He's an idiot. 10-piece chicken McNugget while on a roller coaster. So he snuck nuggets onto the coaster by putting them in his underwear. So,
I mean, there was other places to put it. You know what I mean?
Nut nuggets is what we're going with here.
But like, you can put them in your pocket.
Well, they might check your pockets. They don't have to
go directly. Nobody's checking your pockets before you go on the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
You can't bring any food. Well, this roller coaster goes 90 miles an hour. So
okay, but still.
So they have to check you for food, or I don't know if they check your pockets, basically. So he had his friend film him while he was doing this. He sat in the back row so that in case anything happened. He brought sauce along so that he could dunk his nuggets. It was all for, of course, social media.
Yeah.
So it was called the Millennium Force. It's at Cedar Point in Ohio. It's the world's first coaster to exceed 300 feet in the air, and it reaches 93 miles an hour and lasts 2 minutes.
He's going to choke.
Exactly. So the first thought, you're like, oh, how bad could this be? Well, it's a serious risk to choking, and at that speed, if you lose a nugget and it hits someone in the face,
it's like a projectile.
It's like a projectile. So they saw the footage, they saw what happened, and they immediately banned him from all Six Flags. He's banned from the Six Flags Cedar Point for sure. He's like, oh man, like I grew up there. I'm so sad that I don't ever get to go back. But I agree with their judgment. Basically.
Okay, but here's my question about this whole thing. Like, I've heard this before, like, oh, I got banned from Disney. I got banned from Six Flags. Like, how do you get banned? Like, I know the incident. There's an incident.
Yeah.
But, like, how does the actual banning work?
Yeah, how do they monitor
determine you're the guy? Because, like, you could go walk up to the ticket counter and your friend could pay for your ticket.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, 2 tickets. Here's my credit card. And it could be a non-Alan name.
Yeah.
And they could be like, all right, right over here, gentlemen.
They must have a picture of somebody.
There's not a poster of like Six Flags Most Wanted. And they're constantly like.
How many people are banned from Six Flags for life? Like this guy is going to be known.
Like, you're Alan, but you just grew a mustache.
You shaved your head.
Go like this. You know, I mean, it's just like there's no one.
True.
There's no person that works there that cares enough to not let you in.
I agree. Like it's some 18-year-old guy.
They're like, I don't know, man. Come on.
Just don't do it again.
Just like the ride operator who was just like, I can see there's nuggets in your underpants. I don't care.
So he had a season pass. So he at least can't get a season pass anymore.
Unless somebody buys it for him.
Even then, he's got to take his picture and stuff. Like you have to register who you are. So
change your name.
No season pass, but you can still pay full price for tickets to go to Six Flags Cedar Point. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a good point. I don't know how they're going to actively.
I just don't know how they enforce it. Like Disney, I kind of believe that they could have facial recognition. Like there's people going around like the Terminator, like being like blip, 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 and it like
very
turns
possible.
red, and they're like, subject identified.
And they just
banned for mooning Mickey.
Show them the Mickey ears badge, and like, I'm sorry, sir, you got to come with me.
You got to come here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Six Flags spending that kind of dough.
I don't think so.
So Six Flags and things like that in the amusement parks are all for kids' joy, but nothing brings kids more joy than their stuffed animals.
Oh, it's true.
7-year-old Lily, our daughter, has several thousand stuffed animals, as I'm sure a lot of kids do.
Yeah.
And there's a top 5. Like there's a ranking. If she had a MySpace now, all her stuffies would be on there. Like the 5. I know the 5.
The top 5. And then there's a 6th one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's the super cats that are all 5 little TY cats.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bunny.
And the bunny is, I would say, top 3. Like
I don't know.
She thinks of this bunny highly.
Yeah.
And its name's Arrow.
Yeah.
Because she reads these books called The Magic Kitten and The Magic Bunny. And there's a bunny in it named Arrow that's magic.
Yeah.
And we recently lost Arrow at a park.
This was traumatic.
I saw the trauma in my child's eyes happen in real time. So we went on a bike ride and we ended up at a park that we go to a lot. And she went out, she played on the park, and then we left and went to put the bikes back in the car. And right as we were putting the bikes away, she's like, have you seen my bag with Arrow in it?
She has a little fanny pack.
Yeah.
And she puts Arrow in it so he can experience the bike ride with her.
Yes. And I said, no, you don't have it? And she said, no. So we had to immediately throw the bikes in the car and then drive back to where the park was. And we got there, and the bag was there, but Arrow was missing. Someone had come up, taken the stuffed animal out of the bag, threw the bag on the ground, and ran away.
Horrible.
And so, like, I had her run ahead of me in the park because I was like, let me park. You go. You can handle, like, you find it.
Yeah, go find it.
Because I knew there was a bunch of kids at the park that day.
Oh, yeah.
Things were going to go sour. And so I get there, and she is the most dramatic child I've ever seen in my life.
She is.
And so you know how at the end, like when Darth Vader like breaks everything and he goes, no!
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
All rage and emotion.
Yeah, that's what I saw when I walked up at the park. And she's like crumbled and like crying.
Because she found the fanny pack, but not the Arrow.
She found the fanny pack and not the Arrow. So I was like, hey, get your head out of your ass. We got to find this bunny. There's a limited time. Just like all the other mysteries, 48 hours.
After 24 hours, that bunny's a goner.
That bunny's a goner. So like, put your tears away. We got things we got to do.
Yeah.
And so I was like, go check and go ask those people over there if they've seen a bunny. I'm going to ask these stupid little kids over here if they've seen a bunny, which I was like, the boys took it for sure.
Yeah.
But I was worried that they buried it or something like that.
Because it's like the park is on it's in like a little grassy area, but down the way is this lake and it's got like a beach.
Yeah.
So there's sand and there's rocks and then there's the lake. Immediately I was like, oh, somebody threw it in the lake.
That's
just to be a jerk.
Exactly what I thought. And so I'm looking around. I don't see anything. It's a big park. I'm looking at like there's a party over there and I'm like scoping out all the kids and I'm like, which one of you little punks took it?
There's a party over here.
There's a party over there. And so I went to that party over there and looked at those little kids and those didn't have it. And so a good 8 minutes. And that's where my hope was like, I was like, oh no. this is going to end badly.
This bunny's gone.
Occasionally, she would do the no and break down and start crying again. She ran and hid behind a tree. I know. I felt terrible. I was like, this is going to be a very bad day.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around and I look over and there's right next to the park, there's a little girl on a tiny tricycle looking at me. And so I'm looking at her and she's looking at me and I'm looking at her and I look down and she's holding the bunny. And I was like, that's my bunny.
Yeah.
And so I walked over there a good 20 feet from where I've been running around looking for the bunny.
She's seen you.
There's no way she didn't see me and her and my daughter.
Yeah.
Dramatically. And I look over and she's next to her parents who definitely saw me doing this. Like there was no doubt I was holding the bag with which she removed the bunny from.
Yeah.
And so I walk over and I was like, did you find that bunny? She's like, she just holds it out and hands it to me.
So she knew she took it.
And I was like, oh, thank you very much. And there was like some fruit snacks in the bag. I was like, can I give your daughter some fruit snacks? As like a thank you for being honest. And she's like, no. She was sitting there and she's like, no, we're good. And like parents didn't say anything, didn't do anything. And I was like, I walked away from it going, well, like, first of all, the reunion was adorable. I took the bunny out. I was like, Lily. And she's like, and she went, like, it was like a dramatic, it was like you hug your child after losing her at an amusement park.
Yes.
And I was like,
Lily.
like worth it. But then as I'm walking around, I'm like, those flipping parents saw me walking around for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, holding the bag, looking frantically for this bunny, knowing their kid had the bunny. Because I looked at the kid.
Do they know that the kid had the bunny?
They were standing right next to it. Like you didn't. If Lily walked up to me holding some random bunny, I'd be like, "Hey, where'd you get that bunny, bro?"
Yeah.
And then it would be like, if someone comes back for that, we're gonna give it to him.
Right. And there you guys are running around the park. Hey, have you seen a bunny? Have you seen a bunny? And they're like,
and they're just.
You think they're talking about this bunny?
Yeah, it's to me. I feel like they're like, I hope they don't talk to me. You know, like I hope maybe we'll get away with keeping it. But they didn't hide it in their pocket or anything.
Right,
maybe
they could have.
Yeah, they could have. And so maybe I was just heightened by the experience.
I think you were heightened by the experience. I mean, could it be the way that you believe it could be? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't see the benefit of that for them. Like,
the kid gets a free toy.
The free toy. But like, you can find free nonsense wherever you go at a park, and most parents are like, "Ew, don't touch that."
Yeah, that's the other thing.
No. We don't take stuffed animals, especially from random places.
This girl was like cuddling this bear. I was like,
ew.
I wouldn't
like you don't even know what house this has been in and like who's been on that bunny and like what dog carried it in their mouth and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would like to believe in the goodness of strangers that maybe they didn't even realize, or maybe they were so absorbed in their own life that they weren't looking at you. I mean, I understand our daughter's very dramatic, but like maybe they just go, "What's that noise?" They look over there and they're like, "I don't know," like some kid crying about something.
Yeah.
You know, we don't get involved. I mean, maybe you and I do just because we're Snoopy.
Yeah.
But like most people kind of mind their business.
That's what I'm like trying to just kind of let it go. But I would imagine.
But the young girl knew.
The little girl knew.
She knew right away because when you came over, she was just like, "Here, I know this is what you're looking for," without even asking. But she was young.
Yeah, I don't blame the girl. Like the girl was like, "I'm keeping this bear.
Totally.
It's my bear. It's a free bear or free bunny.
It's a bunny."
But yeah, as a parent, I feel like I would have been observant, waiting for the person to come back. Had my daughter bring the bunny over, get someone's attention, and be like, "Hey, we found your bunny," kind of thing, and like. Are you looking for a bunny, perhaps? You know what I mean? Like you see someone running around looking for stuff. You know you found stuff.
Yeah.
The odds are they're looking for the thing you found.
Right.
So I don't know. I was just like, already like upset that my daughter had to like first go through her first dramatic experience.
Yeah.
And then like to have parents that were just like, yeah, I guess, whatever. Glad. Oh, you found me. So,
yeah, it's funny because immediately when you're telling me this story, because I didn't go to this, thank God, I would have been like a basket case. But like, I know that if you have a young child out there and that they watch Bluey, like I immediately thought of the Turtle Boy episode.
Yeah,
so Bingo finds a little stuffed turtle at a park and she plays with it and she was very much like, "Can I take it home?" And her dad Bandit was like, "No, I think we need to leave it just in case the owner comes." And like immediately I was just like, don't all parents feel that way? Like, yeah, maybe you can play with it for now, but then like leave it. And granted, they hadn't left yet, so we don't know what they would have done.
Yeah,
but it was.
I'm glad they hadn't left.
It's very similar of like. And then, if anything, this was a great teaching moment for Lily because afterwards I had a talk with her and I was just like, when we go to park and you find bracelets or you find necklaces, like that could be a little girl that goes home and realizes her favorite bracelet or necklace because she always wants to keep it.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, But what is that girl feeling? Maybe she's going to come back to the park. And it always felt like an abstract concept before this moment. And afterwards, I was like, how would you have felt if somebody just decided to keep Arrow because they thought it was cute? Like, that's how we should treat like the little trinkets we find at parks. And she was like, yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. And we had to talk about crying. And I was
what do you mean about crying?
Well, when we were coming on the way home, I was like, you did a good job. Like, I told you we were going to find it. Like, we just got to stay focused. Like, the crying didn't solve anything.
In the game.
Now you can cry. I'm like, you got 10 minutes. You got to focus and then do the thing. We focused. We handled our business.
She was so upset.
Then afterwards we can cry. And it was just like, now you can cry and we're good. So
yeah, but now she doesn't want to cry.
I know.
She wanted to cry.
Cry from happiness. I know, but it was like it was fun. It was funny and not funny.
Oh gosh,
every 5 minutes to look over and just see her like run away.
Poor thing.
But we found it, thank God, or that would have been a really bad time. We would have had to find, because knowing us, we would have hunted down the damn bunny.
Well, I bought that bunny in Michigan when I was with my
Grandma.
mother.
Grandma, gotta go get this bunny from this exact place, send it to me in the mail, and then we're gonna miraculously find the bunny somewhere.
The bunny appeared on the doorstep. I think that's where I would have drawn the line with the whimsy. I would have been like, look, we lose things sometimes. I'm sorry.
I don't know. She would have walked around all sad.
I don't even know how to look for that bunny. Small brown bunny.
I know. The fact is, she doesn't even care anymore. Like, she's like, whatever, I found the bunny. She's got 100 other animals to deal with, but
take a breath. You did good. Good job.
It was a disaster averted.
Yeah, it was a harrowing time.
I wanted.
All right, wrap it up. What else do you have to say about this?
I was gonna get into like, have you ever lost anything that you traumatically affected you? And the only thing I can think of is my Ghostbuster helicopter. But what about you?
Hear about this Ghostbuster helicopter? I don't know. I don't really have attachments to things because I'm not a weirdo.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'm gonna go handle my business and then cry.
Yeah.